tough is it seeing Frank go, Orlando?
Very hard, man. Frank Pollack did so much for me in my career. Honestly, outside of the injury this year, man, I was off to a great start, and man, I especially in pass protection, I made such a large leap, which is very rare from year 6 to 7. But Frank had a very large impact on me, man, and he helped me out in my career so much.
What was your reaction when you found out?
It's sad, man. Just because it's our livelihood. He has such a great passion for us as players and for coaching the game of football at the offensive line position. It was sad.
What was your reaction?
Yeah.
It's obviously sad.
Yeah.
Surprised?
Yeah, I mean, like, surprise, yeah, but, man, it's the NFL. It's so many things that happen. I mean, I've been traded after an off season. I've been franchise tagged. I've been told I was going to get franchise tag and didn't get franchise tag. I can't really use the word surprise, but, it just is what it is.
You played for some good O-line coaches in the NFL and in college. What are you hoping the next guy can bring to the table?
Yeah, man, honestly, I think that, that's kind of above my pay grade in a sense, but, just somebody that I think is able to just get the most out of the room, I guess. Yeah.
You look at this team, this is obviously a very big offseason with a lot of guys who could stay, could get long-term contracts. How curious are you to follow what's going to happen here the next few months to this organization?
Yeah, I'll be here, man. I'm a Cincinnatian. I'll be here pretty much all off season, working out here, training in the facility. So I guess I'll see the faces coming in and out of here, but I'll definitely be keeping up with it.
I know you've seen Joe stand up for T, say that T is in need, all of those things. Do you feel the same way about T?
I do, man. I think when you look at how pass heavy our offense is, having as many comparable targets is important. And, you look across the NFL, man, just with some of the teams, the way that some teams handle contracts, I'm pretty sure that, we'll do his best. But T is important for us, man. He's come in, he's been productive every year he's been here. He comes in, he works his tail off. He's got crazy work ethic, so hopefully everything's able to work out for him, man. He's important to me, important to us.
Whoever ends up being the next offensive line coach, let's say he calls you day 2 on the job and says, tell me about Amarius Mims. What would you say?
Yeah, well, he had an incredible rookie year, man. He literally seen, I think, every great defensive end in this league that is still currently playing, from obviously Michael Parsons, T.J. Watt, Myles Garrett. He's seen them all, man. Max Crosby this year. I guess we didn't play the Bosa's, or the younger Bosa, baby Bosa, but he's seen them all. And, he's a guy that's come in as a younger player. He's been extremely productive. He's worked his tail off. He came in every day with an extremely positive attitude and mindset, and he only got better. And I think that's what you're going to continue to see from him throughout his career, is just the trajectory heading upwards, continuing to get better, continuing to work hard, and hopefully having 2 all-pro tackles here in the future.
Will you need a procedure in the offseason, or will your injury heal on its own?
It'll heal on its own. Yep.
The expectation, Orlando, here, how close do you think this team is to being a championship?
I think we are pretty close, man, believe it or not. I think these last 5 games, you kind of seen that with the way that Joe's playing. Honestly, it makes it much easier on everybody, when you've got a quarterback that's kind of figured it out already. So, man, for us, I think just making sure that we take care of what we can take care of and control what we can control. And I guess as a leader, man, it starts here in the locker room.
Because of the season you had at the beginning,
yep.
You pretty much going to replicate what you did last off season. Because it seemed to work out pretty well for you.
Yeah, there's always more, and I haven't sat back and done all my evaluation yet, just because the season just ended yesterday. But there's always more, and I'll go back and look at those games that I played in and see where I can take it from there. But yeah, I'll replicate it as much as I can, but I'll take it to the next level even more.
But staying here at the stadium.
For sure. Yeah, I'll be right here with Joey Bozak. Come and find me, please.
Joe, what you wish for?
Orlando, do you feel like you guys kind of relearned the value of the early season games this year? Do you come out of this season as almost a lesson to take away?
Yeah, man, even last year, I guess as I was coming here, I believe they got out to a slow start the year before in 21. you know, you never want to put yourself in that position, and you always want to be able to control your own fate going into the playoffs. You know, late in December, you don't really want to have to be playing in those games where it's like, you know, you rather it be more so like we got the playoffs clinched. You know, we want to clinch this better seeding position. So we know what we got to take care of, man. We know that coming in, hitting the ground running, starting week 1, taking care of business early on in September, it's going to be a large part of us having our long-term success in the season.
Is there something you feel like you guys can do in the run-up, whether it's in the off season or in camp, to be a better team early, or is that a mentality
you know,
thing?
man, I think it's more mentality than anything. You know, it's hard to win. It's hard to win in life. It's hard to put yourself in good position. You know what I mean? It's hard to really understand all those things. And sometimes at the highest level of football, you got to get used and comfortable with the understanding of pushing yourself to the limit of what it takes to win. And I think that these last 2 years, mentally, we haven't been in that state of mind where our backs are against the wall in December and November, and we got to fight for a chance to get where we want to get. You know what I mean? The mindset, the fire that's lit underneath your ass, and that point needs to be there in July, June, August, all the way through. And so, man, I think that, you know, I take a lot of pride in that as a player, you know, putting more pressure on myself to be more for us at those points.
Do you have to play more? Do you have to play more in the preseason? Do you have to change training camp?
I don't think any of those things need to change. I think most importantly is just the mindset, man. Understanding that when we go out there versus New England, we're 4-8 already. You know what I mean? We got to go out there and earn our right.
Will the most painful days still be ahead, watching Buffalo, Baltimore, Kansas City ultimately play for the big one?
Yeah, no, man. I honestly, I love watching football. Man, I really do. But it is tough after playing in a Super Bowl, watching it. So, you know, it'll suck, man. But, you know, I guess you could say that it's always next year. So I'll go back to work. I'll take care of what I need to take care of, and we're watching a lot of football.
How much did you watch yesterday? How long did you last in the Kansas City game before?
Man, probably that first quarter. I was like, I just kind of had an idea. You know, the Denver went out there and took care of business. So.
Did you get any responses to your text messages that
No, I didn't send out any text, man. I probably should have, but no, I didn't send out any text.